All right.
And here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. Zillow launches a real estate brokerage to boost iBuying. Okay, this headline has already been edited.
Right.
Did y'all notice this? So this morning, the news broke at 8:53. I think it was posted on this. Zillow launched a brokerage. They since have edited it to say to boost iBuying.
But it just said
So
launches
salaried
brokerage.
agents will represent listings on giant. Salaried agents will represent listing giant on cash offers. So this is interesting. It is the first move. Oh wow! See this. So at the bottom of this post, it says, keep up to date for the full story. It was just a little blurb at first, and now there's a lot more context and information that you guys are seeing here live.
You're literally seeing it live.
So starting January 2021, the company has salaried agents that will work with sellers who want cash offers on their homes through Zillow offers. In those transactions, Zillow Homes will be the broker of record, the company said. So that's the first time that move has been made. Previously, you may have seen your friends, if you're in the real estate industry, who have partnered with Zillow to do things like Zillow cash offers, and then they use a local real estate agent as a partner in order to do that. This is their first move in which they're no longer using those real estate agent partners. They are themselves a brokerage. So let's see. Previously, Zillow relied on brokerage partners. Wow, that's exactly what I said. Cool. Many customers found that the handoffs and the back and forth between the Zillow employees and the agents to be confusing. So instead of doing a better job with those handoffs, they're just going to take
Wait.
Oh, yes.
Many customers found the handoffs and the back and forth between the Zillow employees and the agents to be confusing.
Right. Yep. Uh-huh.
So who said that? Someone from an outside source or someone at Zillow?
Oh, that was Zillow. Zillow.
Okay. Zillow said that. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Right.
Okay.
This new approach will streamline the transaction.
So they had
a message. I can't play this message for you, or we could get our whole show taken down for copyright. So I can't play that message, but there is a message from Errol Samuelson, who's Zillow's Chief Industry Development Officer.
So they had to do this.
All right. Samuelson made a point to stress that Zillow is not looking to usurp the role of local agents. Guys, they're starting a real estate brokerage.
I'm so glad I have glasses on now. Okay. I want to go back a minute.
To the article?
No. Just to us, on the show.
All right.
Everything is about us here on the show. We predict everything. We cover everything.
That's right. Yep, we do.
In case you don't watch the show or this is your first time, first of all, if you're lurking, other than my father, you get a pass. Please comment. And get our engagement up and let the other agents know where you're at. We would love to hear where you're at on this. But because everything revolves around Ray and I, we've been talking about Zillow on the show. For the entirety of the show, which is we're at about 3 years now. Maybe in a month, it's about 3 years.
Right.
But we covered it, and it's always been, there's something else going on. It's always been that way. It's never been go pay Zillow $1,500 a month and become a prayer. We've never said that.
Yep.
Whether we have used it throughout the entirety of the show, it's always been, dude, we got to be careful. We have to do something, right?
Yep.
But then I don't know when they switched over, but when the previous CEO, what was his name? Is it Greg Shearer?
No, it was Spencer Raskoff was the CEO. Greg Schwartz was the guy that I felt like was the biggest advocate for real estate agents within the company.
Right. And I don't know. That was a year-ish ago, we'll say, and we covered it on the show. And we both said this, an advocate means you can't not allow this to happen. But that was when the hill slowly sliding down towards our demise. It went boop. And now we're here today. And you're hearing the spin that they are trying to put on it. So pay close attention.
Yeah, and maybe it's not spin.
Are you playing devil's advocate?
I mean, let's play devil's advocate, because I know of some people who will totally be playing devil's advocate as this information comes out, as a matter of fact, I've had a couple of calls from agents in our area already this morning, and I know they're going to give the benefit of the doubt, because what does Zillow do for them? Gives them money in the form of leads. So they exchange money for more money from Zillow, and we will find as many excuses as possible to make that happen. Very similar. This is where CrossFit comes out. Very similar to how people are addicted to sugar. And, you know, you could get all kinds of good potassium and minerals from a banana, but you could get the same things from kale. But you don't see people like chewing on kale very often, is because it tastes terrible because there's no sugar, where the fructose in the banana satisfies that craving. Yeah. Same thing with Zillow. A lot of agents are addicted to that. Ding, you got a lead from Zillow. Ding, Zillow concierge. Ding,
whether it's good or not.
Yep. Whether it's good or not. And if they make enough for you to keep it out there, then a lot of agents see it as a form of advertising for yourself, when you could be getting a lot higher return on that investment elsewhere. But we will do all kinds of things to rationalize not losing Zillow by saying, let me address one thing right off the bat. We are not recruiting agents from other brokerages. Zillow is not looking to usurp the role of local agents who have long feared the Seattle-based giant would push them out of transactions, right? This is directly from this article. And they've been saying that for how long? And they've always said, no, we're not looking to start a real estate brokerage. We're not looking to start a real estate brokerage. And what are they doing? And how long will it be until agents say, okay, I'm done?
They literally said, no, we're not going to start a real estate brokerage.
Yep. Debbie, I'm going to get to some of these comments real quick, and then we'll go back in for it. Melissa Mara says, just go in for the kill. Debbie says, hello, of course it's been edited. Use it for your advantage. Offer to get cash offers for your clients. They will notice the price difference. That's true. You could use the Zillow offers for that. Melissa Mara said, did they take out the part about losing 300 million? Or she said about the 300 million. Yes, it did have a section in here earlier. I don't see it right now. It talked about how the iBuying. Oh, no, it's right at the bottom there. Last year, iBuying accounted for 0.5% of the U.S. housing market, or $8 billion in sales, according to the industry analyst Mike Delpreet. Open Door, market leader, generated $4.7 billion in revenue. Remember, that was top line. The number 2 spot generated $1.365 billion, who was Zillow, up from $52.4 million in 2008. But it's still lost $300 million on iBuying.
Wait, the industry or Zillow?
Zillow. I think it's Zillow. I think it's talking about Zillow there. So Pete Thorpe said, that's what happens when you have poorly paid ISAs doing the handoff with vague scripts. Could have been a huge issue. Debbie Rice Miller said Open Door is public. Yes, we covered that. Was it last week or the week before that we covered Open Door going public? Redfin is now hitting the Palm Springs market. Pete said, but yet they form brokerages in multiple states and are getting access to local boards and hiring their own agents. But no, they won't be a brokerage. Well, one of the reasons why they're getting their own brokerage is because if they can open a brokerage in every board in the United States, then they don't need you to click the button that says send this to Zillow in order to get a feed from the MLS to populate their website.
They'll just use that agent.
They'll just use the brokerage account to get that. Jeremy James said, realtors, pay me and I'll put your face on my website. That's what it used to be. That used to be the thing. Pay me, I'll put your face on my website. And then that's what and you'll get some leads. That used to be the line. Melissa Mara said, Pete Thorpe. And they have no clue what they're talking about, is to make every house seem like it's available and you can't get it and you can see it within 15 minutes. That is true. They have the new thing where you can request an immediate showing or whatever. Debbie Rice Miller said, well, I just read the median price for a home in California is $700,000. Let's see how Zillow handles that. And Melissa Marr, he just left because he didn't like the direction they were going or knew it was coming. So she's talking about Greg Schwartz, who I thought that was the canary in the coal mine, right? Pete Thorpe says Redfin 2.0. Allison Murphy, with all this great technology we have access to, agents' money would be better spent on tools that can build your business. It's time agents crack down on our MLS and NAR. This is not okay. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you on that note, but I want to add that I think also agents can spend their money actually mastering their craft as a real estate agent And I think that would be a better use of their time and money, because that is something that a salaried employee just can't compete with, is someone who is a literal expert at what they do, who can take a client through the transaction process and is motivated by, if they don't do it correctly, they're not going to get paid.
Well,
And go ahead.
And straight up right now, I have first-time buyers that are, things are happening. And I had already gone through a buyer's consultation, which covers kind of everything, but it doesn't cover the subtle nuances of negotiating an offer. And, we're buyers, obviously, and we offered, and then their counter came back, and there was a lot of terms in there that are very, very normal to me and to experienced agents. So it takes that to buffer and to let our clients know, no, this is okay. Or here's what's going to happen if we accept that. But we don't have to accept that. We can counter that. We can change the term a little bit. We can do something. And here's the biggest part right now, because most of these markets across America are what? They're sellers markets right now.
Right.
So that's my job, to get it as favorable as possible for my clients in our favor, favorable in our favor. Even though it's a seller's market, I'm still going to try to get some benefit for my clients. That's just not going to happen from a salaried employee. They're going to get paid no matter what. Do you think they really care about the outcome? No.
I've never seen it with a salaried employee that's not bonused. Jeremy James says, invest in yourself. You are your business. Allison Murphy says exactly. I'm going to go back to Pete Thorpe's comment, but real estate agents paid $923 million to Zillow. So losing $300 million is nothing.
Okay,
that's
so
a
I have a
30%
question.
Cost of operating is what that is.
Then that's what they kind of said before. Remember the big story? We made 107 million, but we lost another 200 on top of that. So let me, on that specific spot. So remember, when we started talking about Zillow, well, when we started the show, it was, if I give them $1, I get back 9. It's a no-brainer.
Right.
And then then they started iBuying. Then they started other programs. It was more expensive for the agent. Well, now I give them $2 and I get back 7. Dude, that's pretty great. Right. And then now it's even, the margin is, so it's still like, okay, I get it. And then it was 3 and you get $5 back. And then zip codes got more and more expensive to own that zip code.
Right.
So I wonder, just agents feeling on that part alone, and now they're going to directly compete with you and take your money.
Yep.
Oof.
Debbie Rice Miller said, that's right, Dan. Paul Conti says, preach it, girl. Debbie says, it's time to hone your skills, go back to old school methods, become really good at what you bring to the table. There would be a marked difference to your clients.
So good point. So Chris Murray, our broker team lead, he's to coach for Mike Ferry. And I know Tom Ferry just had, was it last week or week before?
So I think it was like 3 weeks ago. It was Summit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't even know times anymore. But anyway, Mike Ferry is now doing his virtual, and it's 3 days. And we have our weekly call just as our team, and then literally finished. And Mike Ferry went live on his thing at 10. So we all kind of watched it together. It was really awesome. His main thing, and I don't follow Mike Ferry. I follow more Tom. But his main thing, dude, first of all, he's not on any social media sites except for LinkedIn. How cool is that? And he's still as big as he is. But he's like, you got to go old school. You have to make calls. Then he went through his whole story. In 1975, he was doing 3 seminars a day. And on his drives, he would stop at payphones, call 20 brokerages, and then drive again.
Wow.
So I think to Debbie's point, and I made it in our little group chat. By the way, if you're not a Be More contributor, we do have a page. It's BMORE contributors with an exclamation point. You can go join. We've only turned down 4, probably ISIS or Russian operatives, but you can go be a part of that. Whether you're a consumer or an agent, please go join. But I made the point in there of, we still need some technology. We still need video. We still need online marketing. But I think Debbie makes a great point. Hone your skills and really know what you do at a core to get business. And if it's just making calls, just make calls.
Yep. Melissa Mara said, I get 100 leads, but only 5 to 10 are legit buyers ready to go. Jeremy James said, and they take your money. Freaking Mike freaking drop. That probably would have worked better if I said it congruently with what you were commenting on. So I apologize. Right. Space between. Ryan Booker said, sadly, most agents don't understand their true ROI or conversion rates. If they did, they'd realize that they can make the same or more with work because they need less leads to do better conversions.
That's that part right there. Less leads to do more because they're better quality leads when you pull them from, your own listings.
Yep. Pete Thorpe said, be the local expert. Zillow and the other portals can't do that. They have spreadsheets and estimates. You know the market better than they will. Lead with value and you'll win. That's exactly right. Value, value, value. Debbie Rice said, old school will rule. Handwrite notes. One of my agents just called 27 expired on one listing appointment. Pretty great odds.
Yeah, I mean, 27 calls, if you're using Mojo or something, that's going to take you 15 minutes. You have one great conversation, boom, listing appointment. I mean,
that's four appointments out of 100 calls. That's great.
That's pretty cool.
Said, I only subscribe to Zillow because I'm grandfathered to $69 a month for maybe 2 leads a year. But I agree. We have to stop feeding this monster. Paul, it is all your fault.
Well,
$69 a month.
Yep.
This is crazy numbers. Great.
He also likes that it's 69. So there's
that. He said the market is going to separate pros from the others. It's going to get tough, and the ones who learn to invest in themselves will rise to the top. I agree with everything that everyone's saying. I also want to point out that there's no way to stop it. You can't stop Zillow from entering your market as a real estate brokerage because it's a free market and they're almost already there, right? The other thing to do, though, is to possibly slow them down. You don't have to keep giving them money to speed up their success rate. I mean, I test everything. I test all the leads, every lead gen thing that's out there. I test because I do it for my agents. We do conversion ratios. We try to use the best scripts, all that kind of stuff. And we've been testing Zillow for years. Well, I've got a appointment set up with our rep for next week in which we will probably just pull out because it doesn't make sense for us to continue to fund them currently. Paul says, I know I suck. I just don't trust. Let's get back to the article. I just don't trust. I'm going to have you up too, Dan. I just don't trust what's happening. Zillow has denied plans to operate a traditional brokerage. Rather, it says some of its offerings require licensing, such as a flex program, which gives agents qualified buyer leads. Agents pay no upfront costs, but get a success fee akin to a referral fee if they close the deal. It is just a referral. Still, the lines between traditional brokerage and iBuying are getting blurry. Let me know if some of you are on this flex program or if it's working in your market. If you're a part of it, drop a line in the comments and let us know kind of what that looks like. And if you would still consider moving off of Zillow, if you do the Zillow flex. Brokerage giants Realogy and Keller Williams offer online home buying options. And in June, OfferPad launched a real estate solutions division that allows clients to list their homes with in-house agents and use a concierge service to get their property ready to list, which we also covered on the Bearded Men of Real Estate show when that happened.
And we also launched Be More Bids. It's a quick system.
That's right.
What you do is you go to Gmail, Yahoo, whatever you have, you bring up a little window, type into it and hit send, and then we'll present your offer. It's pretty quick.
You can actually use your own portal. So Be More Bids uses every portal that's out there that sends a electronic message.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to our website. You can literally use any portal. We're compatible with all portals.
It's open source. It's an open source program, and you create a electronic message, and then you send that to the listing agent, and they will present your online offer.
It's literally push of the button.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thorpe said, I just got a 35% referral. That's all, which is why I opted out completely a while ago, despite the repeated calls, and I'm not looking back. Debbie Rice said, my company has a concierge service too. There you go. Be More Bids. We got fans out there using the open source technology called email.
Wow.
All right. So here we are. I'm going to look at this article, see if there's anything else. Zillow said brokerage operation is different from its rivals since agents will only work with Zillow offers currently, is what they say.
It's what they say.
I mean, it's like they're building it. They cannot afford real estate agents to back out from funding what they're doing. And when Greg left, I mean, that was it for me. I started looking for what's happening, and sure enough, man, this is the biggest move they've ever made to operating themselves. And what was the reasoning? The inconvenience of the handoff from their concierge to the agent.
Right. So make it horrible on purpose and then go, okay, well, we can fix that.
We can fix that just by doing it ourselves.
Right. So I have a question, but hit Pete's comment first.
Pete says Zillow gets 30 to 35%. Uncle Sam gets 30% plus. Broker gets a piece. How motivated to do anything but push paper do you think those agents will be? Flex. Weird flex, but okay.
Great flex. So my question is, are we going to start seeing Zillow signs in yards?
Yeah. They already have the Zillow offer signs in yards.
Right.
You could Google that.
But now it's going to be...
CNN did an article about them losing so much money recently and took a picture of it.
But now it's going to be my face on, like, Zillow is my brokerage.
Yeah. If you're a salaried agent.
And I'm going to have my arms crossed.
Yeah.
I'm serious. So,
and maybe back to back with the other agent.
Yeah. Like, here, I'll do it this way.
We should do this. Wait. The other way. Go the other way. We can do this.
This way.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a screenshot for this show.
That's it.
So there's just so many questions here. And my thought also goes to, with a lot of these, what we hit on is, and I think this one is very, obviously we're covering it as what does it do to realtors, but what does this mean for consumers? Are they further being deceived? And I mean, there's only one answer,
so explain the deception there. Wait, let me get to Jeremy's comment really quick, and then I want you to explain this deception. Jeremy said exactly, they can't afford agents to back out of funding their expansion. I've hollered this for years, but checks get paid. It's only a matter of time before Zillow has a broker in every state. Mike Elizabeth Rodell said the pre-recorded handoff that buyers think is an actual agent. Oh, yeah, that's why she said, here it is. Wait, let me find this. Stupid Alex. Yeah, we all know Alex. Alex says the pre-recorded handoff.
I don't know. Is that what? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's the same message every time. This is Alex. I'm. What's it say? This is Alex, and I'm connecting you with an agent now. And the person's like, "Thank you." Melissa says, "What is the salary? Has it been found anywhere?" I don't know the salary.
It's going to probably depend on the state and the city and all that stuff.
Shana Martinez says, I'm pretty sure I saw the Zillow sign in the yard here, DFW, last week. Those are Zillow offers that they own. And they usually have a partner agent at the top. So it's like a rider sign that has an agent sign below it.
Right. But this isn't going to be a partnership. This is going to be a Zillow agent listing the home.
Paul said Berkshire Hathaway has OpCity, which is part of Realtor.com. Agents get leads. They're mostly weak, though. Agents are charged 35% off the top, no subscription fees. I prefer to work with my own leads instead.
But there's more.
There's more. I forwarded an email to Dan last week, and because Zillow broke today, we just are probably not going to have time to talk about it. But now there's an additional 3% fee that you get to pay as an agent to allow your clients to get a rebate for using an OpCity agent. So now it's a 38% referral. Well, you're welcome.
Well, okay. So I quit using, I don't even know how long ago. I just literally I got rid of OpCity a long time ago, but they offered that. That was here. So we were one of the main markets here in the LA area or Southern California area, but they had these. So you would get the email or the text, and it was a new client rewards referral is available. And it's supposed to be built. And this isn't Zillow. This is OpCity and Realtor.com. So it's supposed to be a better lead, a better quality lead. And then that's why they're trying to justify the 3%, but it comes through the same way. It's the same handoff. It's the same everything else. And then if there's a higher price point, which I work a lot of higher price points, guess what? That 3% goes up as well. So it's now made its way to Little Rock, Arkansas. And so I thought that was really funny.
Interesting info about OpCity. Christina M. Smallhorn checking in. She says, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Christina. That's how I imagine you saying it. And then Paige says, finally watching. What I miss. Oh, girl.
Oh, you've missed so much.
This is a good point, too. Jeremy James calls it mission creep. It starts with one area supposed to mission. And then after a while, their mission expands to full invasion. And Shauna says, no, it was different than the Zillow offers sign. I hope you took a picture. Shoot us a picture.
Oh, Clayton mentioned that they already had a brokerage there, so maybe that was one she saw.
Yeah, and Mike Elizabeth Rodell's getting a lot of mobile home buyers that are not qualified. That's good from the Op City. Yeah, you gotta close those in order to get a better Op City lead. So,
yeah. Which, dude, I literally stopped doing everything. Stop following up. Stop making calls. Hold on.
Oh, your thing went live. So while you're messing with that, Ellis Home Inspections, Patrick Ellis says, I wonder how long it'll be before Zillow supplies the vendors list. It won't be long before vendors have to pay to be on their list.
Right.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll just have a Zillow inspectors division. Do it all in house. Not
with
only
Op City, so go ahead.
They'll inspect the property before they list it and then just give you a copy of the inspection with their preferred inspector.
So wait, hold that because that's partly of the deception. But I want to go back to the Op City thing first. Op City is okay. They're horrible leads, but what did he say there? Who said it? Yeah, info about Op City. But yeah, they I lost my train of thought because I went back to the Zillow thing.
Were you talking about when Mike Elizabeth Rodell said it's just terrible mobile home buyers?
Yeah,
you were talking about the continued deception with
I was going to come back to Zillow, but yeah, the Op City leads are just they're not good. Oh, the score. Yeah. Cause I stopped updating. I stopped making my weekly calls on Op City leads specifically. My score stayed at 113, which was highest in the area. So it's just all BS. But anyway, so let's go back. And I honestly don't want to move on for the Zillow story. I think we need to discuss it. I think this needs to bigger. We need to get Susie Orman on this. She needs to make a post about this. But for me, the deception is, and if you go back up to Melissa's, I think it was Melissa, how they're being deceived, but who made the comment? Someone made the comment. But the biggest thing to me is that consumers are going to think they're getting a seasoned agent that has all the skin in the game. If I don't close this, I don't get paid, because that's the bottom line, right? Obviously, there's all the, I'm going to do my best to take care of you. I'm going to help you be knowledgeable about this next transaction, either on the buy or the sell side. But at the bottom line is my motivation is to help you get top dollar, not only for you, but so I can close and then feed my family. That's the core motivation. I'm not saying we don't all have whys and big this and big that. I'm just making it simplified. But consumers are thinking that they're getting a legit agent when most of the time they're going to get someone that has a really new license and they're salaried. Wait, do they have to be licensed? They have to be licensed, right?